Many Americans coming home from abroad waited in very long lines for several hours at major airports to have medical screenings. People, as you see, were packed together shoulder to shoulder despite the CDC's call for social distancing. Kris Van Cleave is at Reagan National Airport. That's just outside Washington, D.C. Kris, those lines were very jarring to see. The last thing you need at the airport these days. So what's being done to prevent these lines from forming again?
Well, good morning, Gail. You're exactly right. This is exactly what Americans are being told to avoid. The acting Homeland Security Secretary says they are working to increase capacity and speed up the wait times. But take a look at some of this video. We know that very long lines and long wait times hit at least 3 of the 13 airports screening passengers returning from Europe Saturday night. This follows travel restrictions going into effect for most of Europe. The UK and Ireland are being added to that list. Now, these social media pictures show a crowd at Chicago O'Hare waiting for hours. The slowdown appeared to be a combination of staffing, the new health screenings, and new forms passengers have to fill out. Yesterday, a flyer returning from Finland on a virtually empty flight described confusion getting back into the U.S.
Our experience getting home was one of everything going on time, although every time we'd ask a question like, what's it going to be like when we get back to the U.S., no one could answer it. And we knew it was rapidly changing because we were seeing the headlines about what was happening at O'Hare.
Americans coming back from Europe, China, Iran are being asked to self-quarantine once they get home for 14 days. President Trump is telling Americans if they don't have to travel, not to, and that is causing airlines to start shedding capacity. A United Airlines said overnight they would cut 50% of their capacity by April. They're facing the possibility of losing at least $1 billion, $1.5 billion this month alone.
Yeah.
Guys.
Kris, they've said it's worse than 9/11. Thanks.